This is the S&P 500 measured in gold. Since 1885, the S&P 500 tends to long-term outperform by 580% roughly. But this is 150 years of data, so the outperformance is far from certain. There are times when the S&P 500 underperforms by 86% over here, by 93% over here. And there's other times when stocks outperform gold by more than 3,000%. There is cyclicality in that relative performance, as in September tends to be the worst for the stock market relative to gold. By month of the year, here is the split by week of the year. The third quarter does not look that great. By the way, the difference between the top and the bottom chart is that the top chart shows the average performance, the bottom chart shows the median performance. So what typically happens is at the bottom, what's representative of what's going to happen on average is at the top. Let's go even more granular. Let's have a look at the day of the year. Now this I find the very first day of the year, it tends to be by far the best performer. In other words, if you are selling your stocks at the end of the year, maybe to save taxes because that's favorable in your jurisdiction, and then you're buying it back on the very first trading day, you might actually be losing some performance. Is there maybe a similar pattern by day of the month? The answer is yes, there is. The very first day of the month tend to be quite positive for stocks relative to gold. So people are buying into their stocks after they got their salary payment, and maybe this is also what explains the high performance in the middle of the month. Here is the stock performance relative to gold by day of the week. Friday historically was the strongest day. I don't have an explanation for that. It's still interesting to see the data. I'm not keeping this video longer than it has to be. If it's your very first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish here regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you next time on YouTube, or see you in Premium. That's where I share my own trades as well. See you next time. Cheers.